Andalusia in southern Spain. It was a journey in search of the great wild.
정말 너무 아름다워요.
I interacted with people as passionate as the hot sun and discovered bit by bit the precious meanings of life. Now I'm following along the blue Mediterranean Sea in the land of the sun on a long journey to the southernmost tip of Europe, the Strait of Gibraltar. Costa del Sol is full of nature's blessings. What new ties will I encounter there? I'm off in search of the dazzling sea. Spain, a land of passion. In Spain, I'm headed for Andalusia, where diverse civilizations are entwined into the region. I'm now crossing over the Sierra Nevada to the mystical city of Granada. The Sierra Nevada contains the highest mountain peak in Spain. Granada sits upon the mountain range, making it a dream travel destination for those who come to Spain. Granada. The ancient city remembers the ups and downs of its long history and preserves a time-honored look with its past legacies. In particular, it holds the most remains of Islamic civilization in Andalusia. Among the remnants is that red-hued palace. Alhambra Palace is the heart of Granada.
지금 보시면 저 앞에 그 너무나 유명한 그 아람브라 궁전이 한눈에 이렇게 보이고요. 바로 그 앞으로 이렇게 하얀 벽을 가진 이 마을들이 그 예전에 그 알바이신 지구라고 해서 그 아랍이 한 800년을 이제 지배를 했었거든요. 그때 유대인들과 이제 아랍인들이 모여 살던 그런 곳이기도 해요. 그래서 저기로 내려가면 골목골목 하나하나가 참 예쁘고 아주 아름답습니다.
Granada was a name given by the Muslims when they conquered the region. Actually, Granada means pomegranate. The combination of the reddish color and the exquisite round shape of the city greatly resembles one.
특히 이 그라나다는 옛날이나 지금이나 정말 변한 게 하나도 없는 것 같아요. 요새 그 도시들은 막 빨리빨리 이렇게 변하고 그러는데 이곳만 오면 참 마음이 편해지는 게 옛날 그대로 모습을 간직하고 있어서 그런 것 같습니다.
The Alhambra sits atop a hill and looks like a palace out of a fairy tale. Its name means Red Castle. It's the legacy of the last Islamic dynasty that existed in Spain. This palace was constructed during the late 13th to the 14th century. The geometric arabesque patterns and intricate mosaics epitomize the artistry of the Moors. Notably, gardens and ponds were built in between the buildings, connecting them in a way, so there's never a chance of ennui with any step you take. However, the palace leaves behind a painful history. In 1492, the year that Columbus discovered the American continent, the Islamic Sultan failed to block an attack by King Ferdinand II of Spain and gave the beautiful palace up to him as he fled to Africa. The Alhambra stands alone, a tragic palace that retains the Islamic culture that once flourished here. It is perhaps due to this painful history that the red color of the palace looks even more beautiful.
와, 여기가 그 나바스라는 거리인데요. 그 그라나다에서는 그 따빠로 굉장히 유명한 곳이에요. 지금 뭐 평일 밤인데도 사람들이 바글바글하고. Hola. Este restaurante muy típico. Ah,
Muchos años.
muy famoso.
Muchos años.
Solo aquí hay mucha gente.
Muchos años. Muy antiguo.
Ah,
It must be a really popular place.
사람 정말 많다.
You can easily find tapas even in the smallest taverns of a rural town. It's unfamiliar in the Korean food culture. These generous people make a place for me at their crowded table. Tapas varieties literally range in the hundreds or thousands. Any food made with any ingredient in any way becomes tapas once it's placed on a plate.
Una pregunta, un permiso. Dentro. Gracias. Gracias. 야. 그냥 여기는 한번 이렇게 그냥 지나갔다만 와도 배가 부를 것 같아요. 그냥 모르는 사람인데도 이렇게 그냥 주고. 이 시장이 반찬이라고 너무 맛있네요. Muchas gracias.
Nada, toma, prueba una.
Ah, sí. Salud. Sí, gracias.
On a side street in an old city, modest food and a glass of beer become an unforgettable memory. I'm now leaving Granada for Costa del Sol, or the Coast of the Sun, a 300-kilometer-long coast along the Mediterranean. I'm going to travel to the dazzling villages that dot this coastline. This road, with the romantic name Costa del Sol, meaning Coast of the Sun, will make your heart race the minute you set eyes on it. Frigiliana gives me a strong first impression. Intermittently gleaming white towns sit drenching in the sun. This exquisite white village that sits on a mountain ridge is a beautiful place nicknamed the Santorini of Spain. No one is in a rush in this place. In a hurry to travel to the next destination, I had stored any sense of ease deep in the recesses of my backpack. This alley, soaking in the spring sun, makes me stop and look back on the path I just took.
이 마을들이 참 예뻐요. 이렇게 하얀색 벽하고 파란 하늘하고 또 이런 문들의 하늘색이 정말 잘 어울리는 것 같아요. 이렇게 집집마다 화분 하나씩들 이렇게 놔두고 참 이곳에 살면 뭐 누구나 다 이제 여유 있는 마음을 가지게 될 것 같아요.
The way Korean mothers take apart blankets that have been used all winter, wash the covers clean, and hang them out to dry. Every corner of Frigiliana is undergoing spring cleaning.
Aquí hay antiguo, muy antiguo. Y ahora hay un ministerio de eso, de políticos, que dice que solo puede pintar Frigiliana blanco. Una ley, solo blanco.
Since when was this town such a dazzling white? At one point, this village was chosen as the most beautiful town in Spain. It's a quaint village where people engage in friendly chatter. Each household tends flowers, and people have decorated the streets. The warmth that is instilled behind such actions is where real beauty lies.
여기 이렇게 빵을 걸어놨어요. 아, 이게 아직 따끈따끈한데요? 예. 이거 보니까 배고파지네. 그러니까 우리 뭐 우유 배달하듯이 여기 이렇게 걸어놓나 봐요. 올라.
Before I know it, I'm hungry.
Hola. Hola, buenas.
¿Cómo está? ¿Bien?
Muy bien. Ah,
Tengo
soy
la
de
mano-
Corea.
Ah, muy bien. Me alegro que tengo la mano.
Ah, no pasa nada. ¿Puedo comer algo?
¿Sí?
Ah,
¿Puede
sí.
pasar a la terraza?
This is a popular restaurant celebrated for its tasty food in Frigiliana. The real charm is that you can enjoy views of the village found nowhere else.
¿Puedo ver la cocina?
Sí, pase.
Ah, gracias.
Muy bien.
Wow.
Sí, vamos a preparar.
알멘드라.
Sí.
스페인도 지금 여기 막 마늘이 엄청 많잖아요. 그러니까 스페인도 마늘을 되게 많이 먹어요. 그러니까 우리나라하고 뭐 그런 다른 점이 없죠.
Es mi madre.
Su madre.
Sí.
Hola, encantada.
Vale.
Soy de Corea.
Muy bien.
¿Cómo se llama
Me
usted?
llamo Rosario.
Rosario.
Sí.
¿Usted dueño de este restaurante?
Bueno, yo ya jubilada,
Jefe.
dueña de mis hijas.
Sí.
De 4 que tengo.
su hija.
Mi hija. 4 hijas.
야, 이렇게 가족이 요리를 하니까 정말 맛있겠다. 와, sí.
La salsa. Esto ya
Sí.
parado.
Está parada.
Luego después agua y bueno, ya lo veremos.
Claro, pero bueno,
Sí.
lo prometo. Visitas
Claro.
de España, Frigiliana y la bodeguilla.
Nothing beats home cooking. They serve family recipes that have been handed down from grandmother to mother and her 4 daughters. I'm sure a mother's touch is the best secret recipe, regardless of where you come from.
Le va muy bien también.
Mashed potatoes and cabrito. It's a specialty full of the aroma of garlic.
Y ahí.
Plato buenísimo. Buenísimo.
재밌다.
Muy bueno.
어머님이 직접 이렇게 서빙을.
Muy bueno.
와, qué bien. ¿Cómo se llama ese?
Cabrito
Chabrito.
con papas a lo pobre
Sí.
y aguacate.
The aromas of Frigiliana fill my plate.
이 마늘이 많이 들어가서 전혀 느끼하지 않고 시골에 그 약간 투박하지만 그 아주 깊은 맛이 있어요. ¿Con junto? Sí. Mira. 3, 2, 1.
How alien feathers falling down, a million stars that touch the ground, so many secrets to be found amid the falling snow.
The curtain of night is drawn, and light begins to shine upon the world. A golden hue rises above the dark blue water. Everything on this land is blessed. a clear day begins in Costa del Sol. Perhaps because it's not yet peak season for tourists, the beaches are more peaceful than ever.
여기가 그 태양의 해변이잖아요. 근데 이 계절에 이렇게 또 느끼는 이 느낌은 약간 그 포근한 이제 그런 느낌도 들어요. 예. 저도 그 지중해에서 일출은 처음 보는데 진짜 주위에 가족이나 친구들하고도 이렇게 같이 보고 싶은 그런 생각이 들어요.
The towns along the Costa del Sol sparkle like jewels. Of them, about 20 minutes south from Frigiliana is Nerja. This is where the white village that fills up the mountain ridge first greets the blue Mediterranean Sea.
지금 여기 온 곳이 그 발콘 데 에우로파라고 해서 그 유럽의 발콘이라는 이름을 가지고 있어요. 근데 그 예전에 그 알폰소 12세, 그러니까 스페인의 예전 국왕이었죠. 그 국왕이 와서 이곳을 보고 너무나 아름다워서 여기를 유럽의 발콘이라고 이름을 지어야겠다 해서 그때부터 지어진 이름이라고 해요. 정말 너무 아름다운 발콘이에요.
The land, protruding into the sea as if an arm has been outstretched, does look like a balcony. I store the landscape made by the Mediterranean, the beautiful Costa del Sol, and the white-colored town. Although people travel with different purposes, everyone who congregates at the balcony of Europe is sure to be of the same mind.
Hemos escogido Nerja, sí, porque no habíamos estado nunca. Y bueno, pues vamos a verlo, a ver cómo es.
Por el calor.
El calor y eso es salud.
Nerja means abundant spring in Arabic. This easygoing and slow village seems to be spring year-round. Costa del Sol overflows with the blessings of the sun. Annual average temperatures stay above 20 degrees Celsius, and 320 days of the year boast clear skies, which is why some people are swimming even in this season.
No frío. 추울 것 같은데. 야. 오. 나는 사람들이 이렇게 해수욕을 해서 따뜻할 줄 알았는데 발이 시려워요. 야, 근데 진짜 시원하다.
Like the white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, I was always pressed for time. I lay everything down at the all-encompassing embrace of the sea. Now, we're 50 kilometers east of Nerja. If you travel along the coastline, you will encounter Malaga, which is the heart of the Costa del Sol and also the Napoli of Spain. City of Paradise, you are like one who rules everything between the sky and the water. This is how Spanish poet and Nobel laureate Vicente Alejandre praised Malaga. The grand fortress and castles stand erect as if protecting the city. They are remnants of Arabic culture built by the Moors who came over from Africa.
이쪽으로도 볼 수 있고 이렇게도 볼 수 있네요. 그러니까 옛날 병사들이 뭐 총이나 활을 쏠 때 어느 방향으로나 굉장히 좁아서 그 한 부분만 이렇게 보일 줄 알았는데 다 보이네요. 이런 식으로.
It was an impregnable fortress from the 11th to 14th centuries. The complex structure is still in good condition.
야. 그러니까 딱 한 사람만을 위한 길인 것 같아요. 예전에야 이곳에서 막 병사들이 뭐 수많은 그런 전쟁이 있었겠지만 지금은 참 예쁘네요.
This is Gibralfaro, Malaga's roof. It means lighthouse on a hill. The Moors built these long, strong fortress walls around the 14th century to defend Alcazaba. If you take a walk around the citadel, you come face to face with a panoramic view of the blue Mediterranean and downtown Malaga before you know it. This city was built layer after layer with differing cultures. Thanks to this, Malaga was endowed with a legacy of rich and alluring landscapes. There's another figure you cannot leave out when speaking of Malaga. That's Pablo Picasso. This is his hometown.
여기가 피카소가 태어난 집이에요. 실제 피카소의 생가가 있는 곳이에요.
He didn't reside in Malaga for long after his birth, but here and there, the city remembers Picasso in various ways. I have the honor of sitting side by side with the great European artist.
바로 저 뒤쪽에 피카소 생가가 있는데 이 앞에 피카소 동상을 보니까 마치 집에 이렇게 있다가 앞마당에 나와서 이렇게 생각하는 듯한 그런 모습이네요. 야, 멋있다.
What is going on? The music of a somber band fills the streets.
¿Qué grupo es? ¿Qué grupo es?
Cautivo.
¿Cautivo? ¿De militares?
No. Me va a llevar China.
Ah, cautivo.
They take heavy steps in keeping with the band's music. The huge crucifix can barely move, with 150 men lifting it. Crowds fill up the streets to see the sacred moment the crucifix is transferred. Evidently, there is a crucifix parade in Malaga on Easter and during the Holy Week in the presence of numerous onlookers. This time, I hear it's a special occasion.
Pues porque hoy se conmemora el 75 aniversario de la talla del Santísimo Cristo de los Milagros.
Y pues es un día importante para usted.
Es un día muy especial para nuestra cofradía.
Before long, dusk descends on Malaga, the city with layers of accumulated time. The Costa del Sol leads on to its southern tip, the Strait of Gibraltar. As the Shark Rock Mountain draws near, I arrive at the border.
저쪽이 이제 영국군이네요. 여기는 스페인.
This is British territory within Spain. You have to pass the border.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Yes.
Brilliant. And yours? Excellent. Thank you for Spielberg. Brilliant. Have a good day. Enjoy your visit.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I like Kia Motors.
저는 그래도 국경에서 좀 이렇게 좀 심각하게 볼 줄 알았는데 아주 이렇게 밝으시고 예. 기분 좋게 아주 국경을 통과했네요. 이제 영국 땅에 들어왔어요. 아직까진 뭐 그렇게 다른 걸 못 느끼겠는데요. 예, 그냥 한 발짝 이렇게 넘어온 것 같은 그런 기분이에요.
Gibraltar is located on the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. It is 2/3 the size of Yoido in Seoul and was a place of numerous invasions and wars for conquest. A strait sits between North Africa's Morocco and Gibraltar. The population is 30,000. Although at the tip of Spain, since the occupation of the British in 1704, it has long been a territory of the UK.
그 스페인인지 영국인지 잘 모르겠어요. 길거리에서 이렇게 걷다 보면 뭐 영어 들리고 스페인어 들리고 반반씩 막 이렇게 들리니까 참 묘한데요.
First, I head to the observation point that overlooks the strait.
Otra vez. Gracias. Gracias. Buenos días. Hola. ¿Son amigos?
Sí, familia.
Familia. Hermanas.
Tres hermanas.
¿Tres hermanas? Wow.
Tres hermanas y tres primos.
Three sister.
¿Han venido primera vez?
Sí.
Sí, yo también.
Sí. Los coreanos son los mejores escaladores del mundo. Subieron al Everest los primeros.
¿Ah?
Al Everest.
Sí.
Before long, a cheerful mood sweeps through the cable car that is taking us to the Rock Hill at 426 meters above sea level.
Que son criaturas salvajes que viven en total libertad y que pueden. Muchas gracias y disfrute de su visita.
Finally, this is the moment I reach the end of Europe.
Wow.
The fierce winds of the narrow strait pierce into my body. Since the Roman Empire, various ethnic groups in Europe, Asia, and Africa have sought after this land every chance they got. This has been called Jebel Tariq, which means Mountain of Tariq, since Islamic General Tariq's occupation of this land in 711. It's where the name Gibraltar originates. Gibraltar shares the strait with Africa's Morocco in the distance. It is said that territorial struggle over this small piece of land continues even after being in British possession.
그러니까 스페인하고 영국이 왜 이 지브랄타 이제 영토 때문에 좀 민감한지 알 것 같아요. 정말 군사적으로 굉장히 중요한 위치인 것 같아요.
Efforts of Spain to reclaim Gibraltar have persisted. But with resident votes conducted in 1967 and 2002, results showed that 95% didn't want possession of the land to be reverted. So it seems the road remains long and treacherous.
Hola.
Ahí están los monos.
아, sí?
Ahí están, tienen la piscina y todo.
저쪽에 원숭이가 지금 있대요. 그래서 올라. 야, 이 잡아주고 있네요, 원숭이가. 야, 저렇게 한가롭게. 아유. 꼬맹이다, 꼬맹이. 아이, 귀여워.
Wild Barbary apes are Gibraltar's trademark. They are only found here and in North Africa. Wow, how did these guys get here?
아, 여기가 이제 섬으로 이렇게 돼 있잖아요. 물론 차로도 이렇게 들어오는 길이 있지만, 그래서 예전에 그 영국 사람들이 이제 그 애완용으로 가져왔던 원숭이 이제 몇몇 마리들이 그러니까 기하급수적으로 이제 나중에 늘어서 지금은 이렇게 원숭이가 이 산 위에 굉장히 많아졌대요.
Bad boy. You reached in your pocket.
Yes, he did. 아, it's yours. 아, yeah. 와. 아, 이분 주머니에 있던 과자 봉지를 확 뺏었대요.
At times, Barbary apes are a threat to tourists.
오, 다 열었어.
끊으면 안 된다, 이거.
네, 그 렌즈야.
끊으면 안 된다. 끊으면 큰일 나요. 미안해. 화내는 거 봐.
A curious monkey must be keen on the film crew's camera. The narrow strait runs between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. The African continent comes into view and looks like it's a stone's throw away.
지금 이곳은 그 예전에 그 유럽의 최남단이라고 불리던 곳이었어요. 그래서 물론 지금은 그 바로 옆에 따리파라는 지역이 조금 더 남단이긴 한데, 그래서 옛날부터 사람들이 이곳에 와서 아, 유럽의 제일 끝이구나라고 생각을 했었대요. 근데 정말 저 바다 건너 보면 그 아프리카 땅이 이렇게 손에 잡힐 듯이 보여요. 그래서 유럽 사람들이 저 아프리카를 보면서 이제 많은 그런 아프리카에 대한 환상을 가지고 있었던 것 같아요.
This sea was once full of fervor for conquests. The wind blows continuously on the narrow strait. I encountered the end of the Iberian Peninsula after traveling a grand 300-kilometer-long road of the Costa del Sol. With the dazzling sunset, I bid farewell to the coast of the sun.
Little bird in the cinnamon tree. Little bird, do you sing for me? Do you bring me word of one I know?
그러니까 그 소설의 배경이 된 곳이에요. 그래서 이곳에서 그 둘시네아를 만나는 이제 그런 곳이라고 하는데.
I have to know, little bird, beneath this tree, this cinnamon tree.